Hey, this is Scott.
And this is Jay.
And this is the Scott and Jay Show. So here we are in Jude's Health and Java House in Bartlesville, Oklahoma.
Yeah, hey,
How's it going, Jay?
have to give it up for you. You didn't have to look at this line. I am doing well. No more cast.
Oh yeah, you got your cast off?
My arm's all boogered up.
So was it really broken?
It's extremely sprained. Severely sprained.
I thought it was broken.
Yeah, that's the doc took a look at it and he said, you know, there's an abnormality on the x-ray, but he said he didn't think it was broken.
So can you straighten it out?
I can straighten about that far, and I can pull it in about that much. And that would kill my arm to do that. And there's times where not having it in the sling and not having the cast, I've like tossed stuff in the back of my truck, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that hurts.
Well, it's good that you got the cast off.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm really been thinking about running lately.
You know, I have not, but if I were a thinking man about running,
I would think about.
I think you could probably go to this year's 35th anniversary fun run or 8K run.
No.
What?
It's the Run the Streets Woolaroc.
Run the Streets at Woolaroc. That's where I'd go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
Run the Streets.
so tell us a little bit about the Running the Streets Woolaroc run coming up.
So it's going to be on October the 10th at Woolaroc, and you can join the fun by going to down here, RTS Woolaroc8k.com, and it's a $35 entry fee for the run, or you can do the pre-registration, or you can do the $25 fun run.
So I ran the Woolaroc run. It's a 35-year anniversary.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I think it was probably about 35 years ago that I actually ran the Woolaroc run.
You're a young man back then. Well,
and you know you're old when you can remember back 35 years.
Yeah. No.
So anyway, that's not good.
Look there.
Oh, hey, you know what?
Jude's.
This portion of the Scott and Jay Show was brought to you by Jude's Health and Java House.
You had to look up for that one.
No, I didn't.
Is that velvet?
No, that's blue velvet. So anyway, so yeah, I ran the Woolaroc run 35. No, probably went 35 years ago, 34 years ago. But anyway. It's beautiful out there. It's a lot of fun.
I love Woolaroc. It's one of my favorite places.
I'm not quite sure how they get the buffalo to not chase you, but they
cattle prod.
Yeah. 3,700 acre reserve out of Woolaroc.
Yeah, that's an amazing place. Frank Phillips started that with his ranch out there, and it's kind of an interesting place. Woolaroc.
Founder of Phillips Petroleum.
Founder of Phillips Petroleum. So he had this ranch out there, and one of the things he did was. Back in 1927, Charles Lindbergh flew across the Atlantic Ocean, and because of that, Frank Phillips said, you know, by golly, I sell gasoline and fuel, so I'm going to sponsor a plane to fly over to Hawaii. So in 1929, he sponsored a flight on the Woolaroc airplane, and it was a 26-hour flight. 26 hours, 17 minutes to fly, 2,400 miles.
That's some leg cramping right there.
Man, that would be a beast. But it had never been really done before, and so he sponsored that flight, and the Woolaroc really became a place because he had that airplane in a hangar.
Do you know what the word Woolaroc stands for?
Yes, I do. Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woods, lakes,
and rocks.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So what do they call an acronym, or when you put words together to make another word?
Yeah, I don't know. Anagram.
Anagram. What is it?
I think it's an anagram.
Go ahead and keep talking while I look this up.
So anyway, the small engine plane, the Woolaroc, flew on August 24th, 1920. I'm sorry, it was 1927. So it was just a few months later. It was 2 years later that the
portmanteau.
Okay, there you go. Portmanteau.
Yeah.
That's Woolaroc. But he continued to build onto this pavilion that housed the airplane, and then started to have some more collections from Native Americans to guns and stuff that he couldn't put in his lodge. And so he started to build this museum. He called it the Airplane Museum. And it's expanded several different times into where we see it today. It's got a 2-story place where the original plane, the Woolaroc, is hanging from the ceiling, and so the viewers can get a good view of the whole airplane. And plus,
well, it was a place for Frank Phillips to entertain.
Yeah, absolutely.
His guests in oil baron fashion.
People from all over the world have flocked to Woolaroc. I mean, we're talking
Will Rogers, presidents, Indian,
all sorts of people,
leaders, Osage,
and probably even kings of other countries. I would imagine, but I don't know that for sure.
We should get Bob Frazier involved in this conversation at some point and verify what all you just said.
I know that J. Edgar Hoover has been out there.
Oh, he has?
I saw his picture on the wall in Jane.
I thought you were going to say you saw J.
Yes, J. Edgar Hoover and I were. Yeah.
So, Run the Streets is it's a mentoring program for kids 12 to 18 years of age, at risk and delinquent. I hate calling them that because I myself was probably at risk and definitely delinquent back when I was that age. But 12 to 18 years of age. What are you doing?
No.
Oh.
What am I? What are you
and so Run the Streets, they have this fundraiser predominantly through Woolaroc where they run this 8K. How far is an 8K run, by the way?
It is 8 kilometers.
I mean, how many miles?
It's 8 kilometers.
No, it's how many miles?
People can't calculate that up.
It's
impossible.
I don't know why that. It's 4.97 miles. So there.
Why don't they call it the 4.79 mile
run?
That makes more sense to me. That
tells
me.
5 miles.
So 8K is like,
miles.
It's just 8K.
Yeah.
I mean,
you just go to 5 miles. I don't know. Anyway,
when somebody says 5 miles, it's like, oh my gosh, it's a long way. But 8K just is like.
A mentorship program with community adults in the community who will run with these kids over a 13-week period to train for a half marathon.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's had great success, and they'll do it again this year. And I was looking over their website, and we'll put the website link down here for Run the Streets. And it looks like a great program. I can see where it really benefits the kids, showing them how to, literally step by step accomplish a goal. And it's good for the people who are running with the kids as well. So, great organization. Run the Streets, Woolaroc 8K. The longest I ever ran. What's the farthest you've ever run?
Probably a couple hundred yards because I had to run back and forth.
That's the longest you've ever run?
I don't run. I don't run. I refuse to run. I'm Jerry Seinfeld. I refuse to run.
I jogged 13 miles.
So you were safe with me in the woods because a bear comes out? I am not running. I don't care.
You are the sacrifice.
I am the sacrifice, and I'm more than willing. I broke my arm on a motorcycle. Do you think I'm
slow?
Do you think I'm going to run? Are you kidding me?
So I ran 13 miles at one point. When I got home, I was training for a marathon, but by the time I got to 13 miles, and I finally made it back to the house, I laid down on the living room floor and told my wife, "You're probably going to have to call the neighbors to have someone come help me get up because I can't get up." So I might, So I'm going to use this show as a test. I haven't run in a long time.
Man, you're going to die.
Couch to 5K.
You're going to die.
Running.about.com, and I'll put the link right down here at the bottom. They say it takes about 8 weeks to train for
You better get started.
A 5K or 8K.
You better get started, brother.
So we got, what is this, June? This is June. This is the end of June. We got July, August, September. I got plenty of time.
You got to get started in the brother.
So the book we're still reading this week, Power of Habit, great book, although I haven't started reading it yet. I know we talked about it last week. I will start this week.
So this week we're going to open up another box of cereal. The frisbee that's on that right there. So Captain America, Iron Man,
Scarlet and Hawkeye, and
those two.
Hulk and Thor.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll find the fourth one. We will be able to quit opening up these boxes.
We need this one. It's the one that's on the box.
Yeah, it's very top. Okay.
It's this one right there.
So here we go.
Don't have.
So you see, our opening. We're unboxing, just like everybody else likes to unbox.
Oh man, you don't even have to look very hard for that one. Look at that. Dun, 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 dun.
Here we go. It's not it. That's the other one. Okay.
We've gotten that like 3 times now, I think.
If you'd like more information on what to do in Bartlesville, or want more information about what we've talked about, send us an email at scottandjayshow@gmail.com.
Yes.
And thanks to Jude's Health and Java House for letting us video in the studio here.
Thank you.
In the Jude studio.
Stop by and get some blue velvet coffee. Is that velvet?
No, that's blue velvet. and so this will probably get cut, but I'm going to say it anyway. So I'm running this early morning one time, and I'm
with Bill Roberts?
No, not that muddy scratcher. So I'm jogging early in the morning, and I get out, and I'm going to do like 10 miles, and so I get 5 miles out, and I'm going to come back in 5 miles. So when I get out to the 5 mile point, my stomach goes, oh.